Hannah, welcome to the channel, the Elevate Your Career channel.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. So you have the best smile ever. I just need to tell you that right off the bat. So tell me, give me an overview kind of where you're at, what you're doing.
Yeah. So I'm 21. I'm a sophomore at Santa Barbara City College. I transferred a few times, took some time off and worked, and ended up in Santa Barbara. I'm very happy there. I'm planning to transfer hopefully to UCSB within the next few semesters, and then graduate with a degree in biochemistry, and then go to med school.
Awesome. So big plans.
Yes.
I'm curious about some of the transitions that you went through before you got to the community college. Like, what are some of the challenges you had to face? What are some of the transitions you went through?
Yeah. Probably the two biggest challenges were cost of college or not feeling like it was the right fit. So I went to Pepperdine University outside of LA my freshman year, was there for a full year and didn't really feel like it was a great fit, and I didn't want to spend that much money for something I wasn't in love with. So I ended up transferring to Santa Clara, and I don't think I really had a concept of how much university costed at that point, and I don't think it was until I got there and really saw the student loans that I realized, I need to kind of have a reality check. So I left. I worked at home for a year, about a year, and then I ended up at Santa Barbara.
And when you look back on that roller coaster that you went through, what was valuable, what was good that you got out of that experience?
I think I grew up a lot. I think each year I learned something new about myself. At first I was really insecure about being behind schedule because I knew how long the road to medical school was and to be a surgeon was. And so I was really nervous about being behind and taking too long and what that might even look like in the application process. But I think those skills are what make me unique, and that time off is what made me unique, the things that I learned about myself then. And I think having this winding road, as long as I know that I did what was right for me at the time, trusted my gut, if things have to change, then they do. But I feel like it really put me in the moment, and now every decision I make is really like, as long as you feel like it's the right thing, it's going to make you happy, then do that.
Right. So it kind of feels like, and honestly, I really don't know what the medical school application process is like, but I think they're looking for somebody who has a little life experience, a little maturity. I would think, that they don't have a clock necessarily as the main factor.
Right. Yeah, I think I'd like to take a gap year as well, just after I finish undergrad before medical school. But yeah, I should be a senior right now, which means I would have already taken the entrance exams for medical school, and I don't feel like I'm at a point right now where I could have been able to give my entire self to that process and be ready to do that. I definitely see myself being ready to do that in a year or two, though.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about how you came to this conclusion that you want to be a physician, and what kind of physician.
Yeah. I've wanted to do this pretty much my whole life. I think first grade I said I want to be a doctor, and it's stuck with me this whole time. My parents got me, I would say like an anatomy textbook for kids, and my dad gave it to me and he was like, "You're going to be a doctor one day." And I think as a little kid I just wanted to be like, yeah, I'm going to be a doctor. Like, who doesn't want to save lives? But I read that like textbook cover to cover probably 3 times, like within a week of having gotten it, and I just thought it was so amazing, the cells in our body, what they looked like, and to know like that's inside all of us and what it really takes for our bodies to work. I just honestly thought it was beautiful.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. And what other passions or interests do you want to connect with this idea of becoming a physician?
Yes, I love sports, so I've always been super interested in orthopedics. Growing up in Lake Tahoe, I grew up skiing, hiking, trail running, and I saw a lot of my friends and a lot of my family get injured doing what they love and not being able to, having one of their biggest joys in life taken away from them for a certain amount of time. And I really wanted to help people in the future get back to doing what they love, and that if that's what makes them whole and makes them happy, I want to help them get there.
So I just happen to know, because we've talked about it, that actually has transformed, and you have gone beyond orthopedics as a vision. Yes. So where are you at now?
Yes, I'm excited for residency because you'll get to explore all the different specialties. So I'm also leaning towards heart surgery. I don't think I could do brain surgery. I think it's a little too specific for me. I think cardiothoracic gives you a little bit variety where you're not always working on one specific organ, but working with the heart, the lungs. I think it's such a powerful position to be in order to have someone's life in your hand. And I do think I'm capable of that. And I think that, you know, there's always going to be this field, and there's always going to be a lack of doctors around the world. And I think if I have the skills to do that, and if I have the passion to do that, then I need to step up and
do it. So it sounds like you feel a sense of destiny.
Yeah,
This
I really
is
do.
the purpose that you have.
Yeah, I once heard a quote was, like your vocation or your calling in life is where your deep hunger or where your deep gladness and the world's deep hunger meets. And so the world is always going to have a hunger for affordable healthcare, excellent healthcare. And I think if you have both the passion and the skills in order to provide that, I feel like I'm in a place where I know for sure that my gladness is going to meet a hunger in the world.
Nice. I want to just spend a second talking about your skills. What's interesting is that your liberator skills, these two were both, the liberator skills and the innovator skills, they kind of live together. And I'll just explain for those folks who are watching. So liberator skills would be the in the moment, exciting, intense, focused, right?
Yeah.
And the innovator skill is the problem solving, the analytics, the synthesizing, seeing the relationship between everything that's happening in front of you and seeing it quickly.
Right.
And when I give those two pieces to you, how do you see that helping you become more effective as a physician?
I love intensity and I love chaos. I think most people are intimidated by chaos or they get anxiety in that area, but I feel really restless and almost frustrated when things are too calm or when I don't have something to do. I think I do my best work when I'm under pressure. And so I think balancing that environment of something super intense where I'm under pressure, that's when I'm actually able to be calm and to use my innovator skills and really see things clearly.
I like it. Yeah. So it's almost like you put yourself into a pressure-based circumstance. It isolates you, focuses you, and then you're able to problem solve.
Yeah, I do think that's where I thrive. Yeah,
that's awesome. So if you were going to sort of give a piece of wisdom or something that you would like to end this interview with, what would you like to share?
I think my biggest thing from my history with going all through these ups and downs and taking time off from school, transferring a few times, is just to trust your gut. I think obviously it's always a balance between what you feel in your heart and what you feel in your mind. Something you might, I do think I have to find a balance between being logical, but also doing what feels right in the moment. So I think if you can find the best balance between those two things where you're never letting your brain get the best of you and still doing what you love and doing what will make you happy, then you'll end up where you're supposed to end up.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.